Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the very first in a new series of videos we're calling Pattaya Street Smart Answers. Why Street Smart? Well, we're going to be walking around the streets while I try my very best to give you the smart answer, or as smart as I can, to your questions. And a lot of you have given me many questions over the last many videos, and I haven't answered a lot of them. Haven't had the chance really, but I thought the best thing to do would be to make a series of videos where I answer your questions. So this is the first one, and we'll start from here. Look at those. Brilliant. Right, so what's the first questions that we're going to ask? One thing that I keep being asked again and again and again is, what is the difference between a gentleman's club and a go-go bar, or a beer bar? But you all know beer bars, but many of you have never been to a gentleman's club, so many of you, and I've done several videos on gentleman's clubs, which I'll put a link at the top to the first one in the series, and you can run through the series. But there's a huge difference in go-go bars and gentlemen's clubs. Let me just pause for a minute. Right. Okay, we'll carry on. Many of you seem very wary of going into a gents club. You've seen them, but you've never been in because you're scared of being ripped off, which I can understand, because you don't really know what's going on. I mean, a lot of you seem to think it's in the same vein as those totally rip-off ping pong show scam joints that you get the touts dragging you in on Walking Street, and it is nothing like that. Absolutely forget that idea completely. You seem to be wary because they're closed door clubs, but that's mainly for privacy, for you, for the customers, so that passers-by can't see what's going on inside. Also, quite often the clubs have bikini days or lingerie days, and privacy is needed. When you first arrive at a gents club, you ring the doorbell, or you see the doorman, and to get inside. And then once you're inside, you look around and find a seat. Unlike a go-go, there are no girls dancing. The girls are usually sitting around in the club chatting to customers, or in groups chatting to each other. So you with the larger gents clubs, they have separate service staff for drinks and food. So you just order your drink from the service staff, and then you look around and you see what's available. And as usual, same as with any bar, if there's one that you like in particular, you give her a smile, and if she is interested in you, she'll come over. And that's how it starts. So then you buy a couple of drinks and chat for a while and see how you get on, and discuss prices. Now, one thing about gents clubs, it's pretty much always short time. There's no such thing as long time taking the girl out of the place. It's all on the premises, on the day, there and then. No long term in gents clubs. All right. So a room is normally about 300 or 400 baht for an hour or so, and the other thing is normally about 1,000 baht. Now, prices of lady drinks are about 130 baht, which is like about $4 US, or and a beer, your normal beer, would be about 80 baht. Now, in the smaller gents clubs, they don't have separate service staff. So one of the actual working girls will come over to you and ask you if you want to have a drink. So then you order the drink with her. Now what will happen sometimes is that she will then bring the drink over, and start chatting to you. Now, that's fine if you're interested in her. If you're not, then you just simply say to her, I've only come for a drink and to relax, and that's all. And then she'll sort of disappear. But of course, that doesn't have to be the case. You then start to look around. And maybe find something you do like. So when you found something you like and you decide to go to the room, what you can do is you can check the bin or the bill before you go to the room, so that you end up paying for the drinks you've had and the room together before you go. Then when you're finished in the room, you don't need to go back into the bar. You just pay the girl and leave. Otherwise, you'd end up going back in the bar and maybe getting lumbered with another lady drink, which is unnecessary. Unless you want to do that, of course, up to you, you can do. But guys, don't be scared of gentlemen's clubs. They're where all the expats go. So if that's the case, it can't be a rip-off, can it? Because they know the score better than anybody. Some of you guys think that the staff in gents clubs is past the sell-by date. That's one rumour which goes around, and I've seen several times on the internet. And I would say that 10 years ago, that was probably true. However, a lot has changed in the last couple of years. Now, many of the staff are in the very early 20s. I mean, I know one who was 19, you know what I mean? So, and score-wise, some are as high as an 8+, certainly. And you just need to be lucky, because they're all freelancers. Well, pretty much most of them are. Some bars give a little bit of a wage, but most of the freelancers. And a lot of them don't work every day. They just work when they feel like working. So it depends on luck to a great degree, what you come across. And the more attractive the girl is, the less she really needs to work, you know? So if you're looking for a girl score 9 or a 10, then you still need to go to the go-go's and pay through the nose. Your choice. Right, guys, that's most of the information about Jack's Club, so we'll just move on to a different topic now and give you some more answers. But before we do, I'll show you this that has just opened 3 days ago. On the 5th it opened, and I believe this is very popular in the States, because this is the very first one in Pattaya. Taco Bell. So, by the way, I mean, if you hadn't realised where we are, these streets we're walking up are off Beach Road, the bottom end of Beach Road, near Walking Street. It's 13.1, 13.2, 13.3 and 13.4 that we're going to cover. So that's the streets. Okay, I just thought I'd throw that in so you know where you are. So the other subject which I was going to cover with this, the part one of this Streetsmart answers is lady drinks, because a lot of you seem to think it's a bit of a scam, but it can be. You can get scammed. You can, if you're not careful. You need to be aware of what's going on. I mean, they're quite expensive, especially since the baht's a bit on the strong side. But basically, if you go into a go-go bar, beer bar, or a gents club, you'd make eye contact with the girl, give her a smile, and then she'll come over and sit with you. You chat for a couple of minutes, and if you like her, you offer her a lady drink. Now, depending on where you are, that will cost you between 130 baht to 200 baht. It could occasionally be a little bit less. It could be 100 if it's a very normal, ordinary beer bar, but normally it's around 130 to 200 baht, which is $4 to $6 for a single drink. Now, what you would say is, if you wanted to, say, would you like a drink? You say to her, would you like a long drink, a long lady drink, no tequila, because you want to sit and chat with the girl for a few minutes at least. Now, a tequila shot, any shot, but it's always a tequila, is gone in 2 seconds. And she'll just be sat there staring into an empty glass, expecting you to fill it again. And you don't want to be in that situation. Another thing is, I mean, the girls want to get as many drinks as they can because they get 50 baht commission on roughly on every lady drink. And also they usually have a target, something like about 50 drinks in every 10 days that they work. If they sell less, the bars will deduct probably about 80 baht for each of the missing lady drinks from her salary. So be aware of this. Now, something that you need to be careful of is after the first drink or second drink, what will happen sometimes is a friend of the girl you're drinking with will start hovering around, maybe only 2 or 3 feet away, and the first girl will say something like, my friend no have drink for a long time, you're a good man, can you buy my friend a drink? Now then, what happens next is up to you. If you really like the friend, go ahead and buy her a drink, but beware, from that moment on you're seen as a target, and the one drink that her friend will drink, and she'll throw it back fairly quickly, can turn into a long drink and a tequila for each of them, and then multiple times having tequilas and long drinks, and the bill can go up to 3,000 baht, which is like $90 or 70 British pounds, in a matter of 30 minutes. No problem. So if you want to avoid this, then when she asks you to buy her friend a drink, you just say, I only buy drinks for one lady at one time, never for more than one, never 2 lady. And that will stop it in its tracks, and the friend will disappear, muttering under her breath as she goes. But anyway, you don't want to get ripped off. Another thing you need to think about is, they have happy hours in these places earlier on, and happy hour only applies to your drink. If you're thinking that the happy hour also applies to the lady drink, it doesn't. Okay, that's always at full price. So that's another thing to be aware of regarding happy hour. As you can see, guys, I'm not doing quick short answers to these questions. I'm trying to do an in-depth answer to give you as much detail as I can. That's the purpose of this sort of Streetsmart answer series, which we're going to do. So I need you to help me. I need you to ask me some questions in the comments, and when we get multiple questions, then I shall give a detailed, in-depth, as much as I can, smart answer. That's what it's about, and that's what I want to do, to try to inform you guys as much as possible so you don't get ripped off next time you come. Anyway, please subscribe and like and share and ring the bell if you like the video, and tell me what you think about it, and thank you for watching.